So let's just wriggle into our posture a little bit. And just when you think you're really comfortable, have another wriggle. Because there's always room to become a little bit more comfortable. Maybe adjusting your feet and your sitting bones. And finding that connection your body has with the ground beneath you. Notice how that feels, as gravity gives us just enough pressure to keep us connected with the ground beneath us. And finding the base of the spine, the lower back, and gently tracing it as we gradually lift through the spine, just in a way that's comfortable for your body. So just lengthening very gently as we trace the spine all the way from the base up to the neck. We could imagine we've got a little thread on the top of our head, just gently lifting us up. The ground is holding us, but we just gently lift it up, but in a very soft way. And let's give those shoulders a bit of a wriggle this morning as well, noticing if we're holding anything on there and how they're feeling. Letting them drop and let go a bit. Mine are really naughty, so I suspect some of yours are too. So let's just notice our posture, one that is alert and dignified, and yet one that is being very kind to this body, so it has a sense of ease. Softening down the front of the body. And let's bring to mind our motivation for wanting to practice this morning. And as this comes into your mind, notice how it feels in your body. What does motivation feel like? And now finding the breath in the body, becoming aware of its rhythm and its flow. Noticing its depth. Noticing all the sensations of breathing, as if it's the first time you've noticed, even though I know it isn't. But being open and curious as if it is the first time. The sensations in the nose, maybe the throat, the lungs, the chest, the belly. Just becoming aware of all those sensations. And as we observe these sensations of breathing, imagining you're sitting right back in your body. Watching. And now let's regulate the breath a little. So I invite you to begin breathing in a little deeper, drawing it down into the belly, maybe roughly for a count of 3 or 4. And then adjusting the out breath so it's the same length as the in breath. So breathing in for a count of 3 or 4, and out for a count of 3 or 4. Or you might want to say phrases such as, I know I'm breathing in, I know I'm breathing out, in tune with the breath. So the practice is quite simple. We're just sitting in our alert posture, intention to be present, sitting back a bit in the body, watching the breath, breathing and counting or saying phrases. And we might notice thoughts coming into our mind, distractions. But as we sit back, as if our being is sitting back, just watching, noticing, and not interacting, knowing that these thoughts will arise, display themselves, and dissolve all of their own accord. But if we find we've been tempted and latched onto a thought, nothing wrong, it's what the mind does. That's why we're here. Gently guiding the mind back to the practice of breathing and counting and saying phrases. Letting go of the breathing, the counting, the phrases, and allowing the breath to return to its natural rhythm now. Notice how it feels as the body begins to breathe itself once more, with the curiosity of the rhythm that it adopts. Just watching the flow of breath in the body. Paying particular attention to the releasing of the breath, and notice how the body just relaxes and softens and lets go a little bit. There's like a little drop in the body, a little softening as the body releases breath. Becoming aware now of the feel of the body against the ground once more, the sensations connected with the pressure, all those contact points. And then becoming aware of the feeling of space around the body. What does space feel like? Noticing all the sensations across your skin as your body meets space. And then becoming aware of all the sensations across the whole of the body now, this whole body. A vast variety of sensations across the whole body. Noticing all the little subtle sensations such as coolness or warmth, tingling, light pressure, feel of air on the skin. And becoming aware of maybe stronger sensations such as tightness, where your body is touching, either maybe feel of your hands resting in your lap, anywhere there's pressure. And we may, of course, be noticing discomfort in the body. And if that's the case, then gently inviting the breath to, using the release of the breath to gently soften around this discomfort in the body with a sense of softening, creating space. Not trying to get rid of the discomfort or change it in any way, but just imagining creating space. And softening. And as we do this, we might want to gently say to ourselves, soften, soften, soften. Noticing how it feels as we say these words to ourselves. And if it feels comfortable for you, I invite you to place a hand on your heart in recognition that it's not always easy being in this human body. The soothing gesture, or placing one hand on top of the other, or even if there's a pain in your body, placing a hand on top of the pain. And gently saying to ourselves, soothe, soothe, soothe. And we might recognize that our tendency to want to get rid of, change, discomfort in our body. There's a lot of energy and tension in that. And just seeing if we can open and allow. Gently saying to ourselves, allow, allow, allow. Opening to the possibility of just allowing everything to be just as it is. And relaxing and softening into that. You might have creative a little mantra for ourselves that we can use any time in our lives. Pause and just bring soften, soothe, allow into our being at any time. And now, increasing your awareness to include your mood. Noticing what's present for you this morning and how you're feeling. We've talked about the weather this morning, but what's the weather like for you? If we think of our mood being like the weather, sometimes it's a bit sunny, sometimes it's a bit stormy. So just checking in with what your mood is like this morning and any emotions that might be sitting behind that mood. And if we find something we don't like or is a bit uncomfortable in our mood this morning, using our soften, soothe, and allow mantra. So bringing this difficult emotion to the forefront, creating space around it as we say soften, soften, soften. And with this gesture of soothing, with a hand on the heart or one hand on top of the other, if that's comfortable for you, just gently saying to ourselves, soothe, soothe, soothe. In recognition that it's not easy being this human being a lot of the time. And seeing if we can allow everything to be just as it is, without fighting or trying to do anything different. And gently saying to ourselves, allow, allow, allow. Recognizing that it's okay to not be okay sometimes. It's just noticing how we are in the present moment. And I invite you here to just see if there are any good feelings or emotions amongst your mood this morning. Is there a little ray of sunshine somewhere that you can bring into your mood? Could be something that's made you smile or laugh recently. And it can be something very tiny, doesn't have to be big. Something that's just made you smile, or something that you've enjoyed, even if it's the morning cup of tea like me. Notice, feel that smile coming into your face, your mouth, and just the feeling of a smile or something that's quite nice. And let's notice how this smile feels in the body. How does it feel as we allow it to be there along any difficult feelings. It's like a little ray of sunshine coming into our being this morning and allowing it to spread and grow like the sun suddenly comes out really fully and lights up your whole being. As if this ray of sunshine is filling every cell in your body, making all your cells smile too. How does that feel? As we softly allow. And with the body supported by the ground and surrounded by space, let's rest in this feeling of allowing, softening, soothing, with our little ray of sunshine and our smile resting with us too. We might want to find the breath again as a support for the practice, as a place to just gently rest our awareness. We might also be aware of any thoughts, feelings coming in. But we can always come back to the breath again and again as a place to remain present. Notice how it feels to just rest in this awareness, the sense of being off duty, nothing to do. Anytime a difficult thought or feeling pops up, then just using your soften, soothe, and allow mantra. Resting in awareness. Resting with gentle focus on the breath, but resting, but with full awareness of everything that's going on, but without getting involved. Soften, soothe, allow. Just penetrates into our whole being as we rest. very gradually coming back to the sound and feed of the room that we're in. Maybe taking a nice breath and stretching or moving in any way your body feels like it needs to move or stretch.